Hi there. I'm going to tell you my discovery of AI generated music is changing my life and helping me to get into the flow when I'm doing my work. Over the summer, when I discovered AI generated music, I started playing with it and it was incredible. I knew I found something that is really, really igniting my passion. And who doesn't like music? I mean, every as far as my impression is concerned, everybody likes music. Maybe there are some exceptions, but it's the kind of music that make us move, right? That's the key. And there's no one music that everybody would like. So everybody has their own resonant frequencies. So I'm going to demonstrate here for you in this support video for this pilot article that I wrote about what we can use this kind of newfound way of focusing. I call it a new way of focus. Or point is when when we apply the first of all we need to write a lyric, right? That's obvious. So if you are a good author, if you know how to put your thoughts and emotions into writing, you have a very, very good tool here and opportunity. If not, then have those who has those kind of skills do it for you. But once you have the lyric, it can be used for so many different ways. And one of the discovered way that I have quite a bit of success with is putting my projects, putting my work into a particular write-up and then put the music behind it. And yeah, we have to play a lot back and forth, and it's not that easy just pushing a button and the music comes out. I mean, it is, but it doesn't mean it resonates with you right away. So today's AI tool is much, much better than it used to be. It's still kind of a hit and miss, but I put up a course. If you want to know more about it, you can click on that link on the end and what have you. So I'm going to demonstrate two things, and I will keep this yakety yak short for you. One is how you can have the same lyrics in many different form of musical tunes, genres, what have you. And you will have a link to the playlist, and you can, as time permits me, I will put out more and more different version of the first one that you are going to hear now, and that is kind of a generic one. Okay, no particular genre or style was given. It was more about the tune, what I was looking for, and that's what you're gonna hear now. And it may or may not resonate with you, but that's fine. Go to the playlist, and as time goes by, I will have more and more version of it from different cultures, different music styles, with the same lyric. So that's the first part of the demonstration. And the second, following the music, is how I use it professionally. Because when we reach out to other people, if your job is you need to find people to sell your product or service, reaching out is getting harder and harder as people attention span is getting shorter and shorter as we're dealing with more and more things, right? Well, how about sending out a personalized music for the person? I tried it, and so far the feedback was overwhelmingly positive. Yeah, it takes some research, it takes a little work. Well, actually, sometimes it takes a lot of work, but the point is what we put in is what we can expect as reciprocity coming back to us, right? So I found a way to want to have our focus empowered by the power of music. Sometimes the power of silence what we need, sometimes the power of music. And actually somebody said, now I'm learning more about music theories and the art of music. Somebody said it's actually when we like a song, it's the silence between the notes that makes a song unique. Anyhow, without going too much details into that, you are a business professional, explore the possibilities what song can do for you in terms of finding, reinforcing your focus, have it be a project, have it be a study. I do it for adaptive learning. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. I created so many songs, and when I go biking, when I go work out, if I go swim, if I go, whenever I have some kind of an activity that I could use a tune, now I'm listening to music. I was fortunately born in Hungary. Hungary has a beautiful, beautiful cultural, musical culture, and it's taught in schools and supported by the government. So everybody who wants it, they have no excuse. You can have all the musical education. And I was lucky going into a school that was specializing in music. But then life came in, and somehow decades went by, and I just looking back and how little time I actually spent with music. But now I'm catching up. So check this out, what I'm generating here with the help of AI, sure. But if you want to know more about it, there will be a link to how I'm doing it and how I can speed up your learning curve on that, and the demonstration of how I'm using it for work, because I represent Deeper Network, and we are doing technical sales. We helping people with. I have my sales pitch followed by the musical presentation. So, what can you do along this line? Let me know.
In the hustle and bustle, there's clarity to find a rhythm of success deeply intertwined with sound that sharpens and guides the way. I align my focus, growing stronger each day. It's a new type of focus where resonance leads, tuning into the flow that productivity needs. Customized for both, aligned with our goals. This new type of focus is where greatness unfolds. And the drive, I find my space. A melody of progress setting my pace, resonating with goals that rise and grow. This is my rhythm, where productivity flows. It's a new type of focus where resonance leads, tuning into the flow that productivity needs. Customized for growth, aligned with our goals. This new type of focus is where greatness unfolds. I find my space. A melody of progress setting my pace, resonating with goals that rise and grow. This is my rhythm, where productivity flows. It's a new type of focus where resonance leads, tuning into the flow that productivity needs. Customized for both, aligned with our goals. This new type of focus is where greatness unfolds. It's a new type of focus where resonance leads, tuning into the flow that productivity needs. Customized for both, aligned with our goals. This new type of focus is where greatness unfolds.
One of the best little device you can get is the Deeper Network Mini. This is the backbone of the variety of devices that you can get for different purpose, like when you travel. If you keep it stationary at home, this is the device I recommend. It's amazing what my experience is with this. I'm one of the early adapters of this technology. So I have it for close to 4 years now, as of the fourth quarter of 2024. And so basically think of it as a VPN. I hope you know what a VPN is, virtual private networking, but it's a decentralized version, so we call it DPN. And to compare the two, the VPNs are centralized solutions to protect your IP, the IP address of the internet, so you are not being discovered where you are. So sometimes it's beneficial. But traditional VPNs are centralized. That means the bigger they are, the less efficient they are, and the most of a risk of data breach. And many times VPN companies actually selling you data. The very people who are there to protect you in the first place are actually not. DPN, a decentralized virtual private networking, is by design is spread across the network. So there's no central database that one can hack or breach. A lot more secure. And that's the core technology upon which many interesting features are built. What I like the most and the least utilized at this time is the micropayments. The micropayments is such an awesome opportunity. You don't hear many people talking about it, but for specialty groups, that can be a huge advantages, because many times when value to be exchanged that is not worth across borders because the cost of transaction is just bigger than what we're trying to exchange the value for, micropayments are the solution for that. But micropayments has been around in theory for a long time, but very few companies could solve it cost effectively because the cost of monetary transactions are expensive. So crypto is overcome of that. And because of our deeper network token, the DPR, and how the whole setup is worked, because we share the internet bandwidth, a small portion of it, okay? And even at my situation, where my internet is pretty much more like it was in the 1990s, in the early 1990s, in other words, very slow and very sluggish, because I'm just simply off the grid. There is nothing here to plug into, so I have to catch the waves far away. Even then, when I'm sharing bandwidth, it's not showing up as an issue. So for a minimal bandwidth share, and of course, if you have a good, robust internet, the more you can share, the more it will be benefit for the network and for you. That's called a mining, and mining DPR has been the foundation of our network growth, okay? So now as the network is pretty large, over 160,000 strong, but we're looking for millions, and not just tens of millions, but the full vision of the company is to have practically every household this device. It totally makes sense because it's protecting your identity. It gives awesome service to the network. In return, you get rewarded. And the value, because it's a finite number of tokens, it's bound to go up. Yes, right now the prices are very low, like every other altcoins, okay? But it's not the current price that's interesting, but the future price as the network gets bigger and bigger and more usage, okay? So anybody who knows about crypto and this part knows the price only can go one way from here. So that's the reward part. There are exciting additional services that come with it. I mentioned the micropayment for given groups that can be a very interesting opportunity to explore. But the geolocation service, for instance, can be quite useful for certain countries, certain people around the world, where they can now have access to content that otherwise they can't because of their geographical locations where they are. And with this, you not only have one channel, but 16 different channels. You can have connections, and it can route you dynamically, manually. You can configure it. It's a very, very good device and a very low price point. So an industrial strength 7-layer firewall, all the protection that you get that protect your identity, protect your children online presence, and it works in a very different way than traditional firewalls. Traditional firewalls, not to go technically speaking, but speaking in a non-technical terms, think of it like security guard is placed in front of every entrance and checking the ID of the data coming and going. And our approach is different. We don't care about the entrance. We are not protecting doors, so to speak, because there is always a hole can be put on a wall and create another door. Okay, no. What they're looking at is the total communication and AI checking down to the smallest pocket of the data and compares it against information that is harmful and identifies it. And if somebody's trying to do malicious thing, they just boot it from the network. Okay, so the protection is superior here. It's an industrial level protection at consumer price point. And instead of having monthly fees, ongoing rentals, here you own your device. The software that comes with it, it's yours. You don't have to pay rental for it. It's a one-time purchase. And for me, it's working for 3.5 years, 4 years now, without any problem. It just keeps on going and going and going. These are purpose-built computers practically, okay? It's with its own operating system, very small. It basically runs a Raspberry Pi if you are technically inclined and you know what that means. So it's a computer that's built for one purpose and one purpose only. You can't really hack them. They are not a regular computer that you can interact with, finding its weaknesses. It's a computer that's built for one particular purpose, and it does it very well. So it's very reliable. And if you catch the vision, what the company has to have this device in every household, imagine the possibilities of getting in early and being part of the early adapters. That comes with a lot of rewards. So that's my sales pitch. Tell me how I did. Was it understandable? Was it any part confusing? But this is what I'm telling customers. Of course, the more I say it, it's going to be more polished, but maybe I'm a little bit rusty here. The point being is I'm speaking from my heart. I'm telling my experience, and if somebody is inclined to try it, under a couple of $100 you can buy these. And there are different versions. You can have the travel version if you travel and you want to put it into your laptop. That's very good because the Wi-Fi, all the so-called free Wi-Fi, come on, why is it free? There's nothing free in the world, okay? If something is free, then that means somebody is taking your data and cashing in on it. So come have it municipal, free spots or whatever. Somebody is making money with it. And with our little device that goes with the laptop, the Pico or the Mini, the Air, this is the Mini, but I showed you that we have a new product, the Air, very, very small. Just plug it into the USB if you still have a USB port on your computer. And it turns any Wi-Fi that it finds into a protective one, so they can't get your personal data. Okay, when you land in an airport, the very first network your phone is trying to get in. By the way, we have the app version also. You can download, and it's free right now. When your phone is finding the first network to connect into, guess what? The chances are it's some sort of a covert or overt operation of some government who is going to capture your data, justifying it by looking for terrorists, even though they never find any terrorists. But the name of the game after that day is capturing information. And I've been in the computer business long enough. I actually had a computer repair business, and I sold internet security solutions. I know the early days, the Web 1 era, even part of the Web 2 too, but then later it's changed. The name of the game was to cripple the end user's computer just to demonstrate that I can do it, right? And then I came in and I had to fix the computer. So the bad actors were breaking your computer. I was the good guy. I came and fixed your computer. But then the bad guys realized that there was no money in it. It was just a demonstration of skill. And then they realized, oh, if I want money, I let you do what you can, but I'm there. And when you are not using your computer, I use your computer. And using your computer's resources, the data is leased, though some data mining is also the name of the game, but on a higher level, it was basically slaving people's computer to do who knows what kind of work. Anyhow, so internet security is now a lot more insidious because they're capturing your resources without you even know it. And many times people, even if they know it, what can I do? I don't see it. My computer works, so they're not really thinking about it, but they should. And anything that is free out there, we're paying for it. We are the product, as you probably heard of. So I use Google services, knowing very well that they're capturing everything that I do. And if I want to do something that nobody's business, though I have very few and far between, like most people think that way, using these machines, Google is upset because they always send me the notification, oh, this is dangerous. Yeah, dangerous because they don't know what I'm doing. And not like I'm doing anything that is illegal, but simply because Google can't hear what I say, and Google can't see what I'm writing or communicating. They're sending all the flags, oh, be careful. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Anyhow, that's my sales pitch. Let me know how I did.
In a world that's always rushing by, a kind word can make someone fly. It's not about the grand gestures, but the little things that we treasure. Appreciation is the key, unlocking potential, setting spirits free. More than expected, watch them shine. When you show you care, it's simply divine. Simple thank you goes so far, turns an ember into a star. With recognition, watch them shine. When you show you care, it's simply divine. A simple thank you goes so far, turns an ember into a star. With recognition, watch them grow beyond limits you didn't know. Appreciation is the key, unlocking potential, setting spirits free. More than expected, watch them shine. When you show you care, it's simply divine. It costs nothing to appreciate, but the returns are never late. In every heart, plant this seed, and watch how far we can succeed. Appreciation is the key, unlocking potential, setting spirits free. More than expected, watch them shine. When you show you care, it's simply divine. So let's spread appreciation and watch it transform our nation. A little love goes a long, long way in making someone's brighter day. So let's spread appreciation and watch it transform our nation. A love goes a long, long way in making someone's brighter day.